4. New message from Luna Lauren, Hypnotica93. Hey Marina, what the fuck? I tried to go back and read heights on your page today and couldn't access it. I figured maybe there was an issue with my payment, but when I went to see, my card had declined. It hadn't ever been charged. Maybe, I assumed there was an issue with the service, but when I checked that there were no outages, I made a fool of myself, hyperventilating in my office, alone, as I checked in with support, getting on a chat. In all of my wildest nightmares, I couldn't have possibly fathomed what the agent would tell me the owner of the page I was trying to access had blocked me. Are you out of your fucking mind? I've supported you from the very start. When you posted your first few stories online, riddled with grammatical errors and the most contrived plots I've ever read, I supported you. I wanted to see you grow. I wanted to see you flourish. I was one of the first people to support you when you took tips and donations, cutting meals and outings from my own budget to make sure that you could feel loved, feel wanted, feel appreciated. I, just a few weeks ago, was the first person to use your stupid fan mail service to tell you how I really felt. This is how you choose to repay me? I have never in my life felt so utterly disrespected, so betrayed, all because you couldn't manage to take some critique or a suggestion for a new story, or accept that someone actually loved you for more than your work. I can tell how much you hate yourself by the way that you write, and I figured maybe I could hold up a little light for you and carry you away from all that. I assumed you'd be intelligent enough to know when an advance was kind-hearted rather than predatory, but it seems like that was a misjudgment on my end. I was a fool to think you'd ever be any different from any other artist, so willingly to burn your original fans at the stake the moment you get even a little bit of fame. I thought what we had was special, that I had earned some level of understanding or forgiveness when I made a mistake. Instead, you decided to cut me out and cast me to the shadows like some fucking lowlife. You should be ashamed, really. Still, I think I can find it in myself to be a better woman. Even without an epilogue to Heights, I'd still be willing to forgive you. I just want an apology and access to your stories again. Please. Love, Luna, formerly your #1 fan. 5. To whom it may concern, let this communication serve as a writing notice that I plan to comply with the cease and desist issued to me on Monday, February 8th, as well as the non-contact directive issued to me on Wednesday, February 15th. Per stipulations dictated within both letters, I have unfollowed the impacted party on all social media platforms and will make no further attempts to access their works on any platform, free or otherwise. To take things a step further, I have removed any downloaded copies of the impacted party's stories from my personal computer. While I understand that this was not a request in either piece or communication sent from your office, I want to make it clear that I have no interest in pursuing the impacted party any further. As a law firm, I would be ashamed to represent someone with such a lack of awareness and understanding of the damage they have caused through their actions. I understand that you are required to be impartial and support your client, but I feel as though there must be some limit to the work that you are willing to do, some extent to which you will not go. I advise you to consider that now. To Marina, I hope the rest of your life is miserable and lonely, although I'm sure it won't be. Stupid, misguided things like yourself have all of the luck that the world can offer and none of the consequences. May this be the last time you have read an email from me. Sincerely, Luna Lauren. 6. Dear Marina, I hope this letter finds you well and healthy for the duration of the time it takes you to read it, and that you are able to remain conscious to absorb each and every word I've put within. I sat on this for a few months, you know. My last therapist told me that I should put my thoughts on paper before I acted on them, that it was healthier to bottle things up a bit and wait to see if I still felt them when some time had passed. Surprisingly, it helped quite a bit. I was able to flesh out every step of this process before kicking things off and doing what I needed to do. In just a few minutes, now, you'll likely start to feel a bit faint. I slipped a bit of aerosolized powder into the envelope with the letter itself, a compound mixture I've been testing on rats as part of a 2-stage process to make better lab specimens. It's multifaceted, effective regardless of if it's absorbed through the skin, or if you inhale it, or if it manages to touch your tongue. I needed to go a little overkill to scale it up, but I doubt you noticed any of the contents within. Who, after all, would waste such important resources on a 2-bit, half-assed erotica author like yourself? Who would go to such lengths to torture some random woman in the middle of nowhere, Vermont? If you haven't figured it out already, I'm sure you will soon. We're pretty easy to find, all things considered. There are very few mariners who've applied for a name change in the last 5 years across the country, generally speaking, and fewer still with proximity to a law firm specializing in this kind of thing. Your pictures, too, are a bit revealing. Some of your front porch with that gaudy blue door and frame. Some in your backyard with that old swing set looming. It only took a few visits to narrow down your specific location, and from there, it was just a bit of waiting. Did you know? We never really lived that far apart. I'm just 2 hours north. It's plenty of time to put you down for a nap in the back seat. Tuck you in all comfortably. Plenty of time for you to still be resting when I show you to your new home. It's nice, really. Nicer than you deserve, and certainly nicer than Ashley's little pet bed at the end of Heights. It has a nice mattress, some comfortable blankets, and even a new tablet. I couldn't risk anyone tracking the old one. For you to ride on. I'll be there to dote on you, to make sure you're fed and watered, to make sure that the second stage of this whole process is moving along swimmingly. With the rats, it only takes a few dosages, 2 or 3 days, to make sure they're compliant, that they'll do whatever you want. I have a feeling it will be a bit longer with you, especially considering that I need to keep that brain of yours intact. But we'll get you there before long. By the time anyone even notices that you're missing, well, you'll just tell them that you moved in with your new girlfriend and that you're oh so happy. After that, we can start working through my list of desired works from you. Sequels, prequels, and new stuff all the same. When we are ready for that, I doubt you'll even remember what the words creative burnout ever meant. You'll just want to make me happy. It's the least you could do to make up for everything else. I'll be seeing you soon, Angel. The wooziness will pass before you even know it, and you'll be resting as peaceful as can be. Till then, love, Luna, your #1 fan, forever.